Hey everyone, on today's video we are going to talk about debugging, and I specifically placed the debugging video after the pipe operator video because it is very common for you to try to debug your code once you have like 1,000 different function calls using the pipe operators. So that's why we're gonna talk about debugging now. So okay, I have my code running locally, and let's say that you found a bug. Your application broke, and Phoenix is saying that the bug is inside this function. Okay, and let's assume for a second that instead of a simple string.trim function call, we're doing like some very complex database queries and we have no idea what's going on. So, if you're coming from JavaScript, you might think that, okay, what if we add a bunch of console.logs on our code? Can we do that on Elixir? Yes, we can. So let's start with the most simple form of debugging. We're gonna do console.log every time I run an operation here on top of text. And how do we do that on Elixir? You can call the IO module dot inspect, and that's it. So if I save, I'm gonna run IEX -x mix to run our application. Okay, so now if I call my helpers.format.generate slug function, I'm gonna generate slug here, user name. Okay, let's call this. There you go. We have at the end the result of our function, right? And we found an edge case here because I have a double space here and I wanted to replace just one, the entire space with just one dash instead of two. So we should probably replace this with regex function call to be more complete. But for the tutorial, we're just gonna use an empty space for now. So we got the result of the pipe operator at the end, and we also got the result of our IO.inspect here. And I can add how many IO.inspects I want. I can add it after the first string.trim. I can add it after string.downCase. So let's recompile. I'm gonna call the same function, now this time with only one space on username. Okay, and we have sort of an idea of what's going on inside our multiple pipe operators. We have the first result, then the second result, and then the last result at the end. So, okay, this is the console.log for Elixir. So, is this all? Is this all the debugging that we can do in Elixir? Is there some sort of more, I don't know, feature complete experience that we can get by trying to debug? And yes, we have. So let's go to the next level. We are going to replace the IO.inspect with a very special function called dbg. Okay? And that's it. Let's run this together to see what happens. Once again, recompile. I'm gonna call the same generate slug function. There you go. Here we have a lot of extra information about our code. We have the exact location of the code that is invoking the dbg function. So for example, if I close the file, I press command on my Mac and then click here, I go straight to the source of where dbg was called. I also have the values of the variables defined here. So now I just have a local variable called text, which is the function parameter, and dbg is showing me that we have a text variable, and that's the value of the text. And it's also showing me the result of all the previous operations before the dbg call. So the only operation that we have before dbg is string.trim, and it shows the result of that function. Okay, so if dbg is going to tell me the result of all the operations on top of the dbg, then maybe it makes sense to instead place the dbg call at the end of the pipe operators. So let's see what happens. Recompile, call the same function, and there you go. Now you have pretty much perfection, in my opinion, in terms of debugging experience. You have the file location that is calling the dbg function, as always. We have the value of all the variables inside this scope, which is only text. And then we have the result of each operation that we called after the pipe operator. So if I were calling, for example, 10 functions on top of the dbg, you were going to get the result of each step of those 10 functions. So instead of placing IO.inspect here, and then here, and then here, and then after each step, you can just call dbg at the end, and then you're gonna grab the result of all the pipe operators on your terminal, which is pretty neat, in my opinion. And is there another more feature complete way of debugging my Elixir code besides calling dbg? And yes, there is. So for example, if you're coming from Ruby, you have something called pry, which is a way of like adding a stop point on your code. And then once your code reaches that stop point, it's going to stop execution. And then you can play around with all the variables that are defined locally. So do we have something like this for Elixir? Yes, we do. So we're still going to use dbg, okay? That is not going to change. But instead of running our local server with IEX, -s, and mix, after the IEX call on your terminal, you're going to type --dbg space pry. So we're going to call this more verbose command on your terminal. Okay, now watch what happens. Press enter. Right now, nothing happened because I am not calling the function. Let's see what happens if I call the function. Helpers.format.generate slug. Once again, user name. Okay, watch what happens. Press enter. Whoa, what is going on? Break reached, and then the function name. So just like pry on Elixir, the code execution stopped. And okay, what can we do here? You can inspect whatever variable that you have defined locally. So right now, the only variable that I have is text. So on the terminal, I can type text, and it's going to show me the result, okay? Okay, so the code is stopped, right? Yep. What else can I do? Can I continue? Can I go like to the next step? And yes, you can. If you want to go to the next step on this function, which is the string.trim, we stopped on the line 7. If you want to proceed to line 8 and then 9 and then 10, you can type on the terminal next, or the abbreviation, which is just the letter N. So if you type N, now you can see that we stopped on line 8, okay? And then if you want to go to the next one, you can type next. Whoops, next. Okay, and then you keep doing this until you reach your dbg call. Or if you don't want to go to the next step to inspect a variable of some sorts, all you want to do is continue the code execution. You can type continue or you can type the abbreviation, which is C, okay? And there you go. The function finished executing, and then you got the result of this function call on the terminal. And that's pretty much it for today. So we have very powerful built-in debugging solutions for Elixir. You don't need to install any package. You don't need to install any VS Code extension. Nope. You can just call dbg on your code and then call the pry flag on the terminal. Or you can not call the pry flag and don't stop the code execution. So you have a lot of flexibility in general. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.